Seen it on stage multiple times. I just want to talk about something that's been on my mind about the balcony scene in Jamie Lloyd's Evita. Seeing all of this Rachel Zegler stuff of her playing Evita in England right now is I just think people are getting the wrong end of the stick, and that she's making it her own, and the stage production looks a little different. I keep seeing this analysis of the poor people outside getting a show for free while the rich people have to watch it live streamed indoors. And I just think that is kind of an offensively shallow analysis of Jamie Lloyd's direction here. It began as an ordinary night at the theater. A calm crowd lined up outside, ticket stubs in hand, waiting for another performance of Evita to begin. But within minutes, everything changed. Music. First came a few raised voices, barely noticeable over the city noise. Then a chant, then another, and then it erupted. From across the street and down the block, dozens of people flooded the pavement with handmade signs, flags, and voices loud enough to shake the theater wall. The words they screamed weren't vague or polite. I can't. Even the sound up in the ground circle was not great. And it is one stage, and it's sometimes used really well and sometimes not so well. Could some of them have enunciated a bit more? Yes, but I think that's as much to do with the sound mix as it has to do with their performances, if not more to do with the sound mix than it has to do with their performances. At first it felt weird seeing Rachel, who's this kind of really small, very young-looking girl playing Ava at 26. But as things progress, you realize that that's kind of the point, and it was done kind of on purpose. Older than she looks. Jamie Lloyd, first production of Yours I've Actually. They were deliberate, piercing, and relentless. Bring back the real Evita. That wasn't just a critique. It was a cultural slap in the face. The chant echoed through the crowd, gaining strength as phones came out live, streams launched, and traffic stalled to witness the spectacle. Within 30 minutes, clips of the protest had gone viral on X and TikTok. This is just me, personally, and who I think is the best Evita. My opinion literally doesn't matter. So, if you're pressed, put it in the comments and be engaged. So my personal favorite Evita is Patty Leone. Reason for this being is that Patty Leone has this devious rudeness to her that I absolutely adore in this character. I don't know if that's actually how Eva Perón was in real life. I don't know. I don't care. Her rendition of this Evita was so aggressive and I loved it. Also this pair together lovely. I also saw Caroline Bowman do this. Not in person. I wish I did. I would murder someone, too. But the thing is, it's just no other car, like no other person has been able to sing the high notes with such crazy power like Patty Leone. And I know, some people are like, I can't even understand what she's saying. And I can't tell if I understand what she's saying or not. I just know all the lyrics, so now it makes sense to me. But Patty Leone on all of her high notes, like in Rainbow High or Screw the Middle Class, like literally so insane. Absolutely adorable. Close second would be Solar. I don't know why this I haven't even seen the whole thing, but literally I've just heard clips and I'm like, this is amazing. What was meant to be a routine night for Rachel Zegler turned into a very public reckoning. But it wasn't the chance alone that would define the moment. It was her response. I love you so much. I love him. I love him so much. Applause. Backstage. Rachel Zegler was reportedly in her dressing room preparing for Act 1 when a staffer entered and warned her, there's noise outside. They're chanting something. Sources claim she brushed it off at first, but once the chanting grew louder, audible even from the wings, everything shifted. Rachel Zegler definitely didn't get the most love in movie theaters this year, where a Snow White movie cost Disney $250 million. So she decided to pivot her career back to doing theater, but now she's getting paid for that as well. And now Rachel Zegler's living in London, doing the play of Evita where she is playing the lead. And there's been a lot of iconic actresses to have that part before, like Elaine Page and Madonna. The play of Evita, probably the most famous song is Don't Cry for Me, Argentina, which was performed by Madonna in the 1996 movie that actually got her a Golden Globe win. So now, Rachel Zegler's performing, and she is doing an amazing job. But a lot of people don't like how her and the play decide to organize this. But they've organized it. So instead of Rachel Zegler singing inside the theater for the people who paid money for the ticket, she actually goes outside and sings on the balcony where people who didn't pay anything. And they've actually gotten crowds of over 600 people. But the problem is the people actually in the theater are really pissed off about it because tickets are going for as high as $500, but they're actually just watching a live stream of Rachel Zegler singing for a bunch of people who didn't pay anything. To be fair, this wasn't entirely Rachel Zegler's decision, but she did support the idea, saying it makes the play for everyone. Well, except for actually the people who paid money to see it, which is kind of a problem, but with Adam Charles P. Please subscribe to learn something. Cast members say Rachel stormed out of her room and confronted the nearest production assistant demanding answers. Why is no one stopping this? She allegedly yelled, "This is harassment. This is a setup." And then came the line that broke the internet. "You promised me they'd love me." The quote, according to an anonymous crew member who leaked the footage, was caught on a security cam backstage and has since been viewed millions of times. Congratulations on all, sir. Oh, I'm so sorry. Rachel, you got time to pass some photographs for us? Rachel got, "Hey, you want a way out?" Zegler, red-faced and visibly shaken, reportedly accused the team of sabotaging her, claiming they never believed in her and let the wolves in through the front door. Meanwhile, the protests outside kept growing. Passers-by joined in. News vans showed up, and one rogue protester even projected a massive image of Eva Perón onto the theater wall with the words, "This is not her," in blood-red font. Feels wonderful. Feels wonderful. All right. Congrats, Rachel. Good luck. Theatergoers inside had no idea what was happening until ushers